Good morning, everybody. You're listening to Senior Moments. My name is Joel Green, along with Joe Schenberger on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Our guest today is Charlene Peroni, a certified chronic disease self-management facilitator, and Louise Pinsky. We're talking about chronic disease self-management and what it means to have a healthy body, healthy brain in our golden years.
And nobody knows better than 90-year-old Louise Pinsky. I'd like to talk about nutrition for a moment. And one of the things that we deal with a great deal in the chronic disease self-management workshops is good nutrition. Why? Because so many chronic diseases can be controlled with good, healthy eating. Diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol. If you're eating healthy foods, good foods you like, but good foods, you can control some of your chronic conditions. Louise and I earlier were talking about food and nutrition. How important? Do you have a good appetite? Do you like to eat?
I do, very much so.
Now, you were telling me that you wanted to lose some weight. Why?
Well, I actually lost some weight. For a year and a half, I attended Weight Watcher classes and finally reached my goal. And my aim now is to stay there, which is not easy. And I do stay within limits most of the time, but it's hard to kill those old habits.
Oh, it is. What's your favorite food?
Sweets.
Okay. Are you working to control diabetes?
I just found out recently that I have a very low, moderate case of type 2 diabetes?
Okay, so you're borderline.
I'm like kind of borderline, yeah.
Okay, all right. So they're telling you to cut the sweets?
No, he didn't tell me anything. He said, you know what to do, you're under control. He said my numbers were very good.
Okay.
And I do my own shopping, I do my own cooking. So if I have something bad in the house, it's my fault. Have nobody to blame.
Well, but does Weight Watchers talk about indulging yourself every once in a while so you don't
Yes,
feel deprived?
Absolutely. You really can eat anything that you want as long as it's controlled portion. And if you have a points value, you have to stay within that in order to lose, and you raise a little in order to maintain.
Except your once a week excuse to go with 49 points instead of whatever trivial points you get per day. I'm on it. I know.
Yeah. It's very good.
It is good. You're right. It's all about portion control. I learned that the hard way. I too love sweets. It's been very, very difficult for me that way. So I respect getting there and staying there. It's
Right.
tough.
That's the trick, is staying there.
Joe, would that lead us to believe that perhaps one of the other people in this room is on Weight Watchers?
No, actually, I'm not. Technically, I'm helping my wife who is.
Very good.
So I'm sure she'll love that shout out.
Yeah, thanks so much, Joe. Why, Louise, did you feel that you needed to go to Weight Watchers as opposed to doing this on your own?
Well, I've always had a weight problem, and my kids, each of them, have gone to Weight Watchers. 2 of them have done very well. 1 is struggling, and I figured it was time for me to do it too. And also I thought taking off the weight would help me with my knees, which it has, and I just wanted to look good.
Yeah.
So that's why. I wanted to feel good and look good. I was feeling good, and I still do, so I say thank you to Kaiser and Weight Watchers.
I can attest to the fact that she looks absolutely beautiful.
As does my wife, by the way, who's not overweight.
Oh, Lord,
Just
what a
wants to have a
save.
better diet.
Obesity is definitely one of the chronic diseases that we talk about. And it's very important to address obesity because it's harder on your joints, it's harder on your body, and it's harder on your heart if you are overweight. It's harder to walk, it's harder on your lungs. Taking off some weight can add years to your life in any way that you can do it, whether it's joining Weight Watchers, whether it's just reading food nutrition labels, and exercising, and this is difficult, some portion control. I don't know if any of you read the portion sizes on the labels.
Oh, absolutely.
Are you a label reader?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Sometimes the portion sizes are really surprising. For example, I mean the lowly English muffin. It's not a whole English muffin.
Just half.
You're right.
Or a light, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And it can be, portion size for ice cream is
Half a cup.
there. You
You know, why bother?
So it's hard. Nobody says this isn't hard.
It's worth it, though.
Okay, you've been listening to Senior Moments with Joel Schenberger and Joel Green on your hometown radio station, AM 1220 KHTS. Our guests today were Charlene Perrone, Certified Senior Advisor, CDS Facilitator, and owner of Home Instead Senior Care for Santa Clarita and Antelope Valleys, as well as Louise Pinsky, talking about chronic disease self-management and what it means to have a healthy body, healthy brain in our golden years. We'll be back shortly.
Good morning, everybody. You've been listening to Senior Moments. My name is Joel Green, along with Joe Schenberger on Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. We've been talking to Louise Pinsky about living with a healthy body and a healthy mind in your golden years. And we're also talking with Charlene Perrone, who's a chronic disease self-management facilitator in the SHARP program. Charlene, how could people learn more about chronic diseases and self-management?
There are workshops that are held both by Kaiser and through an organization called Partners in Care. You do not have to be a member of Kaiser to take part in these workshops. If you're interested, there is a class coming up June 1st, but they have classes scheduled throughout the year. You can call this number, 818-375-3871. Talk to Carla Brower. Carla is the one who schedules these classes and can schedule you for a class that would fit in with your own routine. Otherwise, you can also call Partners in Care. They manage classes throughout the Los Angeles County. Their number is 818-837-3775. And I know before we leave, Louise wanted to do a shout out to a friend of hers who's also going to be turning 90, yes?
Right. Her birthday was yesterday, and her birthday party will be this Saturday. My dear friend Shirley Dresser.
Well, congratulations and happy birthday, Shirley.
Thank you.
And Louise, people can visit you what day at the Santa Clarita Valley Senior Center?
Wednesday, 1:30 to 4:15.
And you'll point them in the right direction?
Absolutely. My
Okay.
pleasure.
Well, thank you, everybody, for listening to the inaugural show of Senior Moments. My name is Joel Green, along with Joe Schenberger. We invite you to tune in the second and fourth Thursdays of the month from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Joe, any closing thoughts?
Not really, no. I mean, this was a somewhat intimidating adventure because I've never done this before. I've been the interviewee, not the interviewer or a host. So I had some anxiety, but it was easily remedied. It's a very comfortable environment. Our production engineer does a great job of making it very comfortable for us. So I appreciate that very much.
Listeners, please remember the show is brought to you by the Santa Clarita Valley Senior Alliance, made up of professionals that are out there to give you information and education, whether you're an adult child taking care of a loved one, or you are that loved one who is seeking information, the Santa Clarita Valley Senior Resource Alliance is here to help. And we can be reached at the Santa Clarita Valley Senior Alliance.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Joel. I appreciate that.
Anytime.
I have no idea what our telephone number is. I should have that with me. I failed to bring it. However, if you've been listening to the entire show, there has been a promotional piece that was on, and it in fact had the telephone number. I can tell you this, it is 661.
You could also reach us at 661 254 8701, and the people that are at the other end of that line can point you in the right direction for anybody who's in the Santa Clarita Valley Senior Alliance.
Yeah, the other way to reach us is through our website. It also was on the promotional piece, but that is an incorrectly spelled Senior Resource Alliance. It is senioresourcealliance.org, and that will give you a listing of everyone who's in the Alliance, as well as their contact information, as well as our phone number, which I have simply forgotten.
Don't forget to join us the second and fourth Thursdays of the month from 10 to 11. The first and third Thursdays of the month are the show that is in that spot is Neighborhood Watch. We urge you to listen to both. Thank you, everybody, and we'll see you in a couple of Thursdays from now.
Bye-bye.